Shanghai authorities have abducted at least 127 Falun Gong practitioners since February last year, according to a New York-based rights group. It says the Chinese regime is using the Shanghai Expo as a pretext to further its campaign of persecuting the spiritual practice.
This month, the Shanghai Expo opened its door to the world with the slogan, "Better City, Better Life." But for followers of the spiritual practice Falun Gong, also called Falun Dafa, life has not been better because of the expo. Levi Browdy is executive director of the Falun Dafa Information Center, a New York-based rights group. He says the Chinese regime is using the pretext of the Shanghai Expo to carry out its campaign to eradicate Falun Gong.
Anytime there is a public event where there is, for lack of a better word, an excuse to have a security sweep, as if they're looking to secure the area for the event, what they'll do is they'll use that to advance an agenda they've had on the table for 11 years, and that is to root out Falun Gong practitioners.
In 1999, the Chinese Communist Party banned Falun Gong, despite its widespread popularity throughout China. Since then, the regime has brutally suppressed its followers. According to the Falun Dafa Information Center, there are more than 100,000 Falun Gong practitioners in China's labor camps, and over 3,000 have been killed at the hands of police or prison guards. In Shanghai alone, since February last year, more than 120 Falun Gong practitioners have been abducted, and at least 26 have been sentenced to prison or these labor camps.
If they were really just worried about the security of the Shanghai Expo, or in the case of the Olympics, what you'd see is a roundup of people, and then after the event, they'd be released. But what we saw in the Olympics, and we're starting to see here in Shanghai, is these are people being put away into jail for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, all the way up to 18 years. Clearly, there's another agenda here, and that is to throw Falun Gong into prison camps for as long as possible. It has nothing to do with the Shanghai Expo.
Last year in Shanghai, mother and daughter Li Yaohua and Zhang Yibo were abducted for practicing Falun Gong. In March this year, authorities sentenced them to 3.5-year and 1.5-year prison terms, respectively. Zhang Yiyuan, Li Yaohua's son and Zhang Yibo's brother, is a dentistry professor at the University of California, Los Angeles. Last month, Zhang traveled to Taiwan to call for their release.
The judgment was basically based on one thing, that is, relying on Article 300 of the criminal law, saying that they have used a certain organization to violate the law. My mother is 63 years old and retired. How can she do anything to violate the law? Both of them have been law-abiding citizens their whole lives and have not broken any laws.
At least 2 districts in Shanghai have reportedly offered up to $1,500 to locals who aid in the arrest of Falun Gong practitioners distributing informational literature.